Greetings, attendees of the International Conference on Interdisciplinary Research in Social Sciences or in Dubai. My name is Nashita Ramadhani, and today I'll present my bachelor thesis about the impact of CSR incidents on customer loyalty, a comparative analysis of Inditex in the Netherlands and Indonesia. Before we start the presentation, I'll introduce myself again. My name is Nashita Ramadhani. I'm a student in University of Groningen. I'm majoring in international business. Okay, next on. Here's the table of contents about the things that we will cover up for today. So moving on to the first one. So CSR is considered a critical challenge that firm must address to survive in the competitive market, highlighting its importance for business sustainability and relevance in the contemporary business environment. The development of social media, the ease of access to information, and customer increased awareness have made them more watchful, demanding, and quick to react to corporate misconduct. CSR incidents have an uncanny ability to alter customer perceptions and loyalty drastically. Inditex, a parent company of Zara, Bershka, Massimo Dutti, Stradivarius, Oysho, or other retail giants, have been dealing with CSR incidents these last couple of years, ranging from exploitation of workers and environmental pollution to broader question about corporate responsibility over the years. Indonesia and the Netherlands were chosen strategically as a research location. Indonesia provides a unique setting for analyzing the impact of CR incidents due to its developing country status, while the Netherlands presents a comparative backdrop for investigating customer attitudes in a more established market or in the developed country point of view. So the research gap of my between my research and the previous study is that the previous study focused on the positive impact of CSR on customer loyalty, neglecting the potential consequences of CSR incidents. The assistant research has primarily focused on industries such as banking and hospitality, and there's not yet a research that focused on the retail industry, and moreover, there's only a few studies on cross-cultural differences in customer responses to CSR incidents. In past study, Huang and Matilda points out the scarcity of research examining customer loyalty in cross-cultural settings. From the introduction and background of my research and my research gap, I have come up with this research question. It is, does Inditex CSR incidents affect customer loyalty in Indonesia and the Netherlands? And I also come up with the sub questions are the significant differences in the perceived impact of CSR incidents on customer loyalty between customers in Indonesia and the Netherlands. To have a foundation about the things that I will talk about and my result, I will explain the theoretical background of my research. The first one is corporate social responsibility refers to the voluntary integration of social and environmental consideration into a company business activities and a relationship with its stakeholders. This is based on the commissions of the European Communities in 2001. And corporate social responsibility incidents encompasses specific events or occurrence with far-reaching implication for business, society, or the environment. Moreover, the impact of CSR incidents on customer loyalty is customer and emotional connection and feelings of gratitude towards companies engaging in ethical CSR practices play a crucial role in shaping their loyalty. I'll explain about the Inditex CSR incidents. So the first one is the catastrophic collapse of the Rana Plaza building in Bangladesh in 2013 resulted in the tragic loss of over 1,100 government workers' lives, shedding lights on the subpar standards of business behavior within the supply chain of renowned brands, including Inditex. And moreover, poor working condition and labor mistreatment within Inditex supply chain in Brazil. Brazilian Labor Ministry uncovered distressing evidence of mistreatment affecting 7,000 workers since 2012. These problems encompassed 84 incidents of work-related accidents or illness and 22 instances of excessive works, wherein individuals were subjected to work periods surpassing 16 hours a day or were denied a single day off in a week. So these two incidents of Inditex will be the my main resource for my survey for later on. I'll explain. So moving on, the cross-cultural perspective on CSR. The importance of considering cultural differences when examining the relationship between CSR and customer loyalty is that the impact of CSR incidents on customer loyalty may vary in different cultural landscapes. Understanding unique cultural contexts is crucial for discerning how CSR incidents resonate with customers and shape with loyalty in distinct ways and cultural dynamics in the CSR context of Indonesia and the Netherlands. In Indonesia, companies may perceive minimal pressure from public regarding CSR disclosure compared to their counterparts in developed countries. This distinction in perception is intricately tied to cultural norms and societal expectation. In Indonesia, collectivist and communal culture, the emphasis on togetherness, cooperation, and spirituality shapes the perception of CSR as a mechanism benefiting all stakeholders. The Netherlands has a heightened emphasis on ethics, anti bribery measures, and anti corruption practices, reflecting a distinct cultural landscape and societal priorities. The Dutch society, characterized by individualism, prioritized leisure practices and cultural intermediaries, influencing the perception of CSR and its role in the broader societal context. Okay, moving on to my theoretical framework. So I came up with four hypotheses for this research. The first one is CSR incidents of Inditex Group negatively affect Inditex Group customer loyalty. Second one is CSR incidents of Inditex Group negatively affects the trust in the company reputation. And the third hypothesis is lower trust in Inditex Group reputation will lower customer loyalty to Inditex Group. And the last hypothesis is the effect of CSR incident on customer loyalty in Inditex Group differs between customer in Indonesia and the Netherlands. Here, you can see my conceptual model. So in here for the first hypothesis, I will examining the direct effect of the between the independent variable and the dependent variable, and then the second and the third hypothesis, I'll be examining the indirect effect between CSR incidents and customer loyalty mediated by the trust in company's reputation. And the fourth hypothesis, I also examine the indirect effect of CSR incidents and customer loyalty moderated by the country of residence. I also use three control variable that is gender, age, and shopping experiences in one of the Inditex group store. Moving on to the participants and research methodology. So I used quantitative analysis through online surveys by Qualtrics. The survey were distributed in the Netherlands and Indonesia. And before filling up the survey, respondents were exposed with information about Inditex CR incident scandals in Bangladesh and Brazil that I have mentioned before. And there's a total of 200 respondents, 100 respondents from the Netherlands and 100 respondents from Indonesia. Moving on, these are the result findings of my survey. So the first hypothesis about the impact of CSR incidents on customer loyalty. The analysis derived from linear regression shows that the direct effect of CSR incidents of Inditex Group negatively affect the customer loyalty of Inditex Group is statistically significant. So there's evidence that CSR incidents of Inditex Group negatively affects Inditex Group's customer loyalty. The second hypothesis about the impact of CSR incidents on trust in companies' reputation. So in here, I used Hayes Process Model 5, revealing a significant negative relationship between CSR incidents and trust in the company's reputation. And for the third hypothesis about the influence of trust in companies' reputation on customer loyalty, also using the Hayes Process Model 5, revealing a notably significant positive relationship between trust in the company's reputation and customer loyalty. And the last hypothesis about the moderating effect of countries on CSR incidents and customer loyalty relationship. Here, I also use the Hayes Process Model 5, resulting in the countries of residence moderates the relationship between CSR incidents and customer loyalty significantly. The result of the Hayes Process Model analysis also suggests that customers in Indonesia value CSR more than those in the Netherlands. So, all of the hypothesis is significantly significant based on the survey, and this is the conceptual model after hypothesis testing with the p-value. And so we've come up with the conclusion. So the study compelling findings give strong evidence that Inditex CSR incidents have detectable influence on consumer loyalty, preventing a detailed investigation of how these occurrences negatively impact customer loyalty in both Indonesia and the Netherlands. So this already answer my research question, and moreover, customer in Indonesia in particular are more vulnerable to a company's CSR incidents than their counterparts in the Netherlands, stressing the importance of firms understanding and adapting to a diverse cultural context. This is also answer my sub questions. And moving on to the managerial implication of my founding is when a CSR problem arises, firms need to demonstrate agility and efficiency in their response. Prompt and efficient procedures, such as providing a precise information, offering a genuine apology, and enforcing preventive measures, are crucial for reinstating customer confidence and allegiance. Ensuring transparency during the incident investigation, along with a well defined strategy to address and resolve the problem, will enhance the process of rebuilding and sustaining favorable customer connection and maintaining customer loyalty. And last one, for the further research and limitation, the study only examines the difference between two countries, Indonesia and the Netherlands. So, future research should explore the effect of CSR across diverse cultures and age groups to understand varying impacts better. The studies primarily targets respondents aged 18 until 27 years old, mainly university students, potentially introducing a bias and potentially skewing the findings. To address this, future studies should include a more diverse participant pool to ensure broader generalizability beyond the university context. And that's all from me. And thank you for attending this session. And goodbye.